Hey everybody, what's up? Yesterday I promised you that I'd send out a video today, and here it is. I'm trying to deliver what we promise, and here I am in our home studio, our brand new home studio. What do you guys think? It's very modest. This is where, in many instances, I'm going to be creating the Courage Matters podcasts that are designed to help you stand up and speak out in a sit-down, shut-up world. How to live with power, truth, and love in an age of intolerance and fear. So it's going to happen right here, a lot of it. And I'm also going to be, from here, creating my vlog in many instances. So anyway, this is the place where a lot of that's going to happen. We want to let you know that we've been reading your posts on this Facebook page, and we've been blown away. I mean, the depth of the comments and the way you are devouring a call for courage has exceeded our wildest expectations. I poured my heart, my soul, my life into this book as if I'd never be able to write another book. I approached this as if this was it. And you guys, so many of you are taking it with that same approach. We just want to let you know that fires us up. Iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. You are firing us up with your response and your responses. Some of you so far, you haven't done that yet. You're here on the page. Maybe you haven't started reading the PDF, or you have, but you haven't stuck your toe in the water yet. We can't wait to read your comments about how the book is challenging you, encouraging you. We love when we read about how people have to put the book down because they just need the process, or go back and read it again. That means a lot, because it means you're really taking this seriously. And that's what a launch team is. It's a serious effort and a fun effort by the tribe. You're a tribe member, okay? You know, it takes 100% of a rocket's energy to get it off the ground. Then once it's in orbit, the gravitational pull and things of that sort help that rocket stay in orbit in a much easier way. It doesn't take that rocket fuel to keep it going. A launch team is very similar. That the purpose of a launch team is to get the word out, to get some momentum going, and to recruit others to this movement. It's not about a book. It's about a movement of courageous humility that's needed in this country, and the book is an important component for that. See, the way I wrote the book was, I used to pretend when I was in the cabin writing the first draft. I used to pretend, okay, if I only have 30 seconds to meet somebody, say at an elevator, and they said to me, boy, I don't know what to do. I'm concerned about the direction of our nation. I'm concerned about how I'm being marginalized as a Christian, how the Constitution is being targeted, how Judeo-Christian values are being targeted. I don't know what to do. I wanted to be able to say, okay, here's a book. Read this book. Put it into action. Every chapter has steps of action that you can take and immediately begin to apply. You don't have to wonder and worry about what to do anymore. Don't wring your hands anymore. This book will show you how to do it. There you go. And I did that in under 30 seconds, so I did it. Before I forget, Barnes & Noble is doing a one-day 50% off sale on the book on Wednesday, February 7th. That's next week, coming up very quickly. One day, barnesandnoble.com. You can just search for A Call for Courage, Michael Anthony, and you'll find the book. That's a great opportunity to buy multiple copies of the book and just give them away to your friends. Just give them away. Buy 2, 3, 4 copies. Ask your church to buy a bunch of copies of the book and give them to people. It's an investment, and this is about a movement of courageous humility that is desperately needed in our nation. And so thankful for the people at Barnes & Noble that they caught that vision and that they're willing to contribute to it by taking that kind of a step. And what an honor that is with all the books out there today, that they would choose this book and say, hey, we're going to do a sale for this book. So don't miss it, February 7th on Barnes & Noble. Before I forget, we need a name for Stephanie Tresner, our admin for this page from Thomas Nelson. Now, I know, yeah, she's the admin. We know that. But we need a cool name for her as the tribesperson, the chief powwow officiate. I don't know what we want to call her, but we need to have a contest of some sort, okay? We need to have a contest of what we're going to call Stephanie. She's from Thomas Nelson. Fantastic. The whole Thomas Nelson team epitomizes what I had hoped a Christian publisher would be. They're knowledgeable. They walk with integrity. They're encouraging and inspiring, and there's just a great bond between us. I hope Stephanie and the Thomas Nelson team feels the same way about Janet and me, because we feel that way about you. Love those guys. You're great. We need to come up with a name for Stephanie, and listen, follow her lead. do what she says. When she says do it, do it. I do it. She's like my boss. So when Stephanie says, Mike, do this, I say, yes, ma'am, reporting for duty. I do it. Use the hashtag call for courage. Use it on social media. Tell people to buy the book now, to pre-order it now, okay? They go to CourageMatters.com. They can download the free chapter, the introduction and their chapter 1 right away. They can also get those other resources. You see those 3 resources, including an audio message on goal setting, right there on the homepage. But drive them to CourageMatters.com, and they can choose whatever outlet they want. Apart from Barnes & Noble, they can buy the book any place that they want to, okay? I want to encourage you, if you have not yet jumped in and you're in this group, you're part of the tribe, you're part of the launch team. The purpose of that launch team is to create momentum and to recruit people to the vision of what the book is all about. So we can't wait to read your comments. If you haven't chimed in yet, read the PDF. Start reading it. Don't worry about finishing the whole book. Just jump in. And many people have said they started reading it and they can't put it down. That's great. That's the way I try to write it, in little bite-sized pieces, little sections, so that you can read a little bit at a time and let the book carry you along. It's kind of like throwing a tire tube in the water and letting the current take you, okay? We can't wait to read your comments. Jump in, be part of the launch team, share your thoughts. Finally, we would love to hear from you about what would you like me to comment on here on video in the future. Maybe you have a question about how I wrote the book. Maybe you have a question about how to do whatever it might be. Maybe you have an example of a situation where you need to have some courage, and I'll do everything I can to just come alongside of you and try to inspire you and equip you. I'd love to be able to have the privilege, the honor of sharing future videos that specifically address a question, a comment, a concern that you would like me to speak into, and I'll do my best to speak into it, okay? In the meantime, we're checking this page every day, in many instances throughout the day, to read the comments and to let God blow us away by how He's using you, because that's exactly what's happening. As we read your comments, we're getting fired up, we're getting encouraged, and we're saying, thank you, Jesus, okay? Keep sharing. Keep recruiting people. Hashtag call for courage. Tell everybody and their mother about this movement of courageous humility that you happen to be in on at the ground level. Our nation needs spiritual awakening, and if that's going to happen, it's going to take people like you, people like me, who grow to understand what courageous humility, what humble courage is all about. We're privileged, we're honored, thankful for you. That's all I have to say right now. See you right back here, and looking forward to reading your comments. In the meantime, keep looking up. There's no place else worth looking.